you very much, Gilberto. That was very, very good. So thank you for giving that information. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see the things that I want to show you. So let me just wait a little bit because I was moving the things around. So I really want you to really see what I have for you today. So the idea today, because this festival is about art, what I thought it was a very good idea for, especially for what I do is as a preschool teacher, is to present something with art, but especially how we can use those recyclable materials. So that's why that was the main purpose of my presentation. So that's why I call it that way, transforming recyclable materials into art. So the thing that we are going to cover today in this time that we are going to be together is I'm going to share a little about me. I'm going to talk about how art can develop many skills in our children, what are really recyclable materials and what are the things that we can use. And today the recyclable material that we are going to use is the egg cartons. That is really one of the one that we have, at home every day, because I'm sure that you use that to eat your breakfast with your eggs. And then I'm going to give you ideas. We have endless ideas, and then some resources that you can find. I post on the chat the link so you can access to the presentation later. So, well, for those that I think, Erika, you know me, I'm a preschool teacher with my bachelor's degree in child and adolescent studies. I've been teaching for more than 20 years, but I worked for Santa Ana Unified School District for 15 years. And the wonder of this is that I have been always in the same site, but my site is very special because it's in an apartment complex. It's the only one that the district has that is not in a school site. So that's why it makes it very unique. And then now that we are talking about art, I think that, I believe that art is just the opportunity that we give the children to explore and communicate. It's really a way that they can communicate what they are thinking, that we are feeling, and also the things that they are learning. And always it's good to have like a very favorite quote, and mine come from Albert Einstein. And I think he said that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. And I think that's what we do a little bit with our little ones. We want to train those brains to make them really think and have come up with different activities and responses. So I think it's just so important. So as I was telling you, art develops many skills. And I'm going just to talk of those 5 skills that I really think that art develops. And the first one is creativity. I think that we always talk about that. And then creativity really is the way that the children can think and how they can approach tasks in different ways. They are also, well, the way that they can think completely out of the box. The second one will be the confidence, how we really can help them develop that skills. Is because it's a way that they are going to believe in their abilities, and they're willing to take a risk. So they are going to feel confident about the things that they do. And of course, we really want to develop problem solving, because that way we are going to help them reasoning, and we are going to make them understand many things and really how to approach things. And then the next one is perseverance. That's something very important, because that's the way that when you practice and do things many times, you are going to be better at that, and then you are going to have a better technique. So that's why perseverance is so important. And then the other one, is the focus. We always talk about focus, how we want them to concentrate, to have a better memory, and art helps them to do that. So that's why it's so important that they, with the art, they can really develop those skills. I want to welcome the persons that are just joining us to the session. I'm really very glad that you are joining us. And then we will just start like talking a little bit about how art helps children develop different skills. And probably you will ask yourself, how do I know that my child is developing on those skills? So when you can see if they are developing creativity when they initiate their own ideas, when they express their ideas in a unique way, or they are seeking to make a difference completely different in a different way that is different from from their peers, from their brothers or sisters. So they do it really different. And then sometimes it's also using a material or a toy in a different way. That's also with a different purpose. And of course, that way we are just seeing how they are developing the creativity. Then comes the confidence. We really want our children to be confident. And then one of the things that we can observe when they are doing that is, or if they are really developing in that area, is when they volunteer to say something, to say an opinion, when they take that initiative. When they walk with their head up, sometimes we see those children that are walking with their heads down, that they don't smile. Well, they need that self-confidence to do that. Also, another way to see is when they are willing to try new things. And then, of course, when they feel also comfortable meeting other people, that they are outgoing, that also shows us that they are developing the confidence. And one that I think is very important is how to develop problem solving, because that's a skill that we get for life. And then one of the way that we can see it is when if they get a problem, they really are excited and trying to find how to solve it. That is a challenge. Then they can think and analyze. And they probably can ask you questions like how to solve this, why this happened, and then they will come up with solutions to try, and it will be a trial and error. So they will try different things and see how they really develop, if they can find a solution. And then they are open to trying multiple ideas until they find a solution. Then we want to see how they are developing and focus. That is that concentration is when they make eye contact. That's a very a better way to see that they are really focusing and listening what you are saying. When they respond to a question, really about the question that you ask, because sometimes they just answer something that is nothing related with what you ask. And then another way to see is when they are able to focus really on a task. It doesn't matter what is in their surroundings. If there is a noise or there's people around them, if they are really focusing, they are going to pay attention what they are doing. And then the last one is perseverance. It really is the way that you really want to do things, that you are consistent with the things. And it doesn't matter if they see that they made a mistake, it's an opportunity to learn. So they are going to try again. They don't give up easily because they want to learn, and they believe that they can do that. And then they will it doesn't matter the challenge, but they are going to look for that goal so they can meet that goal. And now it's just why we want to use, or why I wanted to bring recyclable materials in this presentation is because we now hear a lot of, we have to be green, we have to take care of our planet, and there is a lot of waste. And then we can teach our children how important those things that we have at home, we can use it in a different way. So that's why we have to use it, is because it's a benefit for the environment, and that we want to teach them to value what we have. It's just extending the life of the material, so we can extend it and use it in different ways. It's just reduce the amount of waste that we have in our planet. And then of course we want, especially with our children, we want to promote that, the creativity on them. So now let's see what are we going to do. So that's why I choose the egg carton, because you can do so many things with them. And especially as I was telling you, I'm sure that you have them at home, because that's something that we always, when we go to the supermarket, it has to be in our shopping list. So what we are going to do, I found two things that I thought that they were very special and the children will like it. That is making a garden, a rainbow mobile, and a flower bouquet. So the experience, I had the opportunity to make it before we went on the pandemic, and then we went out of the classroom as a Mother's Day gift for our children. So and it was very unique. So let's just start like showing you what are the things that you need. When I did submit my presentation, I just asked for some materials. Probably you don't have it, but well, I have a list in here that you can later do it and with more time, especially if you want to do it with your children. I think that's really the purpose. But what we will need is just the egg carton, and I think when they are this material is better than the acrylic one, because the problem with the acrylic that is you need a different type of paint to paint them, so you really have a better results. So when they are really made of carton, it's better to work with. You will need paint. You need the paintbrush, of course, for them to paint. And then we will use string and pony beads or pasta if you don't have them. And then, of course, it will be like a stick, because if, as you see on the picture, it will be like a mobile to do outside, to put it outside, or you can put it close to your window or inside what the children's want. They really wanted to put it in their bedroom. It's just after them. We really want them to use their imagination and their creativity, and also take decisions where do they want to put that. I also, because I didn't find like a branch, this is a stick from the hangers. So then I thought that was also a good idea, that it probably we can use it as a resource for them to make their mobile. And then how we are going to do that? The way that we are going to do, we are going to cut them in sections. So we are going to make it separately, and then you can paint it. So you see I have some in here, so I painted. And something that I will recommend is that you put a little bit of glue on the paint, because that make it, when they dry, they are making a little bit stronger. So it's better. Then you are going to poke a hole. So I just, with a little scissor, I open a hole on the top of the egg carton. And then you will need a string. You see, a string that you can use, that is going to tie each one of the one that you're going to paint. But the idea is that you paint equal amounts. Yeah, because it's a rainbow, you can use the color rainbows, and it's also a way to reinforce with them the different colors that the rainbow has. And then also I want also address that in here, we want really to tell them that they can paint it any color they want. You can also, it's an opportunity to mix colors, so for them to explore, to see what happened when you mix a red with yellow, or blue with red. So it's also like a experience, a science experiment, trying to see what happened. And then you will need beads, those that you need for, the pony beads that, for them to make necklaces, or to do necklaces, or, well, I forgot the name of right now. So that's what you need. And then the way that you are going to tie, so I start like in here. So you are going to tie with the string on the bottom with the pony, a bracelet. Finally, it came into my mind. The ones that you use to make a bracelet. So you tie it, and then I put a little piece of tape on the string, so it's easy to just thread on the hole that you poke, and then you tied it, and then you start putting the little eggs that you paint. And every time that you put one, you see you do this, so it doesn't go down, so it will hold there. Something when I was doing this, it was saying that to see if the child is too little, that you should help it. But I thought that This is a very special fine motor skills where they can, you see, lace the little bit and then do it again. So you don't have to tie it. So you see, when you do that, it will hold in here without you to tie it, so the child can really do it. And then you're going to poke, you're going to put, sorry, in that hole that you did, you are going to put the little the string that you have. So here we go. So you put it, and then it will hold right there, and then you put the other one. You see? And then when you are done, you're putting all the ones that you paint, is when you're going to tie it to your stick or your tree branch, and it will look something like this. And as I was saying, it's something very special for them, well, because they can be moved with the wind. And another idea that I thought is just probably to put like a little bell. So if windy, it can they can hear the noise too. So this is for this activity, okay? So the garden rainbow mobile. So this will be like the result. But remember, we want them to be the possibility for them to do it by themselves and how they really want it. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. You want to give them the options so they can be creative. And then the other activity that I wanted to show you is just making with those the same that you cut the egg cartons when you cut them and in separate sections. It's just like the same. You have your egg carton, you cut them, and then you will paint them. And the same, it's just tempera. And then for this case, you need tempera. You need pipe cleaners, so you can go on a nature walk and bring twigs or sticks. You need a ribbon. You see, whatever you have. I use whatever I have in here at home. And then glue, and of course, and a piece of carton. If you have boxes, now that we are asking for a lot of things that going to be delivered to our houses, we get a lot of boxes. So you can just cut a piece and also recycle that material. So then after you cut and you have all your materials together, the first thing that you're going to do, you're going to round them a little bit, so you can also the children can also practice the scissor skill, so you can help them if they're if it's too hard for them. And then of course you're going to paint it in the inside and in the outside. And then after they are dry, you are going to decorate. I use like in our the picture that I put right there, I just put a button, but you can put pompons, you can put pasta, you can put glitter. There is just like endless opportunity for them to decorate and be creative. And then after that, you have your pipe cleaners that you are going to cut them as the size that you want it. So this is just like a little bit how I did it. So I cut it, and then I just glue after on the cardboard, and then you see I left this in here, so probably you can glue it right here. But the idea is it doesn't matter that have to be perfect all together or just a certain distance. It's just, they can put it down, they can put it up here. It's just giving them the opportunity to do their own things. And we as adults, we really tend to direct them. Oh no, there, no, it's too high, it's too low. No, it doesn't go there. We really want them to explore, to have that open mind, so they can see and put it whatever probably they want it on the bottom, and that's okay. So that's also that we need to be aware. I know that this is very crafty and it looks perfect and it looks very nice, but we need to remember that when we are working with children, we really want them to take the lead. So that's why here I have a lot of ideas with all the things that you can use with the recyclable materials. It's not only to make art, it's also probably they can build a ramp, you see, and try different things, or they can make houses or cars or what. Look how organized at home by colors, the crayons or the color pencils. So you are using those materials also to help our planet, and also giving them a different use. I want to just give you some resources that you can also find more ideas. Of course, I'm sure that a lot of you have heard about Pinterest. Probably I'm going to click here. Let's see if I can make it just to see if it comes out. So when you open, you have many things that you can look. Sometimes it's too much, but then it gives you different ideas. Then another thing is I found this page that I thought that it was very good. They have also different ideas that different materials that you can use. You see, they have like a CD or with a paper plates where you can do different things. And then, of course, is the National Association of Young Children that is really as our guide for the many things that we do. And they have a very special article that I thought that it was a very good resource because they focus not in the product but in the process of doing art. What is so important that we just have to see what is the process that they have to get to the result that they have, but know the product. We don't want to see what is at the end. It's just that process. So that's what I thought that was something that I wanted to share with you. So now that you have the link, you can read it and you can see it. And then just I want you to remember that art is just an experience that is a child's choice. It's not something that you have to impose. It's something that you can offer the opportunity, giving them the materials. So look, let's see what we can do. But probably if they don't want, that's okay too. And we have to be respectful. Also remember that art is unique and original. It's not two pieces the same. Each child can do it in a different way. And we want that to happen. And then of course there is no right or wrong way to explore and create. There is not a wrong way. They can do it in many ways. So what is important about art, and I want to leave you with this, and is that what is really important is the process and not the product. So I want you to remember that. That means that all the steps that they did to get to that. But the most important thing is that at the end, you have to be very careful with the words that you use, because probably you will say, oh, look, that's very, oh no, I don't like it, it's ugly, you put this like this, no, it's better if you make it like that. So then the child is going to say, oh wow, probably I won't try the next time because my mom, she's not going to like it, or probably my mom put it in the trash, she didn't really appreciate what I did. So the best way is just describe what they did. Probably it's not the best piece because we know that children are learning, but it's just saying, wow, I can see that you use this color. I can see that you put the flower on the floor, on the bottom of your bouquet, so that looks very special. It looks different. Always using those type of description. We help the children just value what they have done, and we want that because that's one of the skills that we were saying that we wanted to develop is that confidence on the things that they do. So with this, I just wanted to leave you with this because Picasso, he said that every child is an artist. And I really believe that's right. Because every child, even us, even though we say, oh no, I'm not very good at that, I'm sure that all of us do art in a different way, and we have to value that. So I wanted to leave you with that quote so you remember. And with that, I just want to thank you for being in this presentation. It's something new doing through this new platform, this new technology. But I hope that you are taking something home to teach your children. If you have any questions, you can email me to my email address. And I don't know, Gilberto, if there is any questions or if somebody wants to just open the microphone and make a question, ask a question, it's just open to you.
Yeah, I don't see any questions in the chat, but if anyone has any questions, we still have a couple minutes before we end the session.
Okay, thank you. So there is a question or somebody wants to tell me something? Well, so Yes, Erika, thank you.
Miss Irene. Hi, Miss Irene. I just wanted to say thank you for the presentation. It was great. And I can't wait to incorporate it with my families, with my students, because it's material that's easily accessible to them. So it makes it a lot easier for them to actually do the activity with them. And I also can't wait to do it with my own daughter. So thank you very much.
No, thank you, Erika. I really appreciate your words. I really am very glad that you came. So thank you so much. Any questions or just let me know, okay? All right. So if there is no more questions, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for coming. And then I hope to see you soon or just hear from you. All right? Okay, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you, Irene, for the great information.
All right, thank you, Gilberto. You were very nice. Thank you so much.